Taylor Swift and her messiest money-making relationships. I'm Hyla in Hollywood for the Daily Buzz on CelebBuzz.com.
You were here with your boyfriend, Zac Efron, last time. How's he doing?
We actually never dated.
Yes, you did. So when you...
Ellen is the best, and you know what? Taylor does a good job of skirting those obvious questions like, hey, who are your songs all about? Let's welcome from New York, Chris Mooney. He's the Senior Director of Artist Promotion at TuneCore. Chris, how do you like Taylor's formula of her always bringing her personal life into her music, but not always revealing the full details in public?
I think it's an amazing, like you said, it's a formula. She's been able to capitalize on her fan base and her songwriting and mixing it up so that she writes about heartbreak that everybody can relate to, and writes about love songs that everybody, can visualize themselves as. But because her fan base knows that she's been dating a number of people, they can, sort of get into the guesswork of who is she talking about in that song, or who is she dating now. So I think it's a great interaction between her fan base and her songwriting.
Well, let's talk about some of these top three money-making relationships for her. 2008, right? She had this short-lived relationship with Joe Jonas, but that kind of paled in comparison to the actual time it took for the two of them to break up. Listen what she told Ellen.
It's like when I find that person that is right for me and he'll be wonderful. And when I look at that person, I'm not even going to be able to remember the boy who broke up with me over the phone in 25 seconds when I was 18.
I mean, obviously, we all are going to speculate, even though she didn't obviously come out and say it. A lot of people say that her Fearless album, a lot of that was written about Joe. That brought in $10 million album sales. So this is a formula she should stick with, or do you think it's going to get old after a while?
Well, as long as her songwriting, I think, is honest and sort of her fans can relate to it, and she's a great songwriter and she works with great songwriters. So I don't necessarily think the formula will ever go away. Love songs have been popular for all time.
Now, in 2009, she, of course, was dating John Mayer, wrote a song together, the two of them, Half of My Heart. A year later, Taylor released a ballad called Dear John, about a mystery man who was dark and twisted and played games with girls' hearts. John Mayer told Rolling Stones that he felt really humiliated by Taylor's song, which she presumed to be about him. He said, quote, "I didn't deserve it. I'm pretty good at taking accountability now, and I never did anything to deserve that. It was a really lousy thing for her to do." Is this going to backfire on her at some point? I mean, we know this is what she does, right? She dates a guy, they break up, she writes a song about it. But, someone like John Mayer comes out and says, oh, that's not cool. Do you think this could ever come back to hurt her?
Not necessarily. It might change who she dates. She might stop dating celebrities and people who might have as, sort of loud a voice and be able to talk to the press. But I don't think writing about relationships is ever going to change.
Well, Chris Mooney, I just want to thank you so much for joining us today. And we definitely want you to give us your opinion. Just use the hashtag #TheDailyBuzz. And for the biggest stories breaking right now in Hollywood, go to CelebBuzz.com.